Back. Today is Balloon Ascension Day, in case you didn't know. That is commemorating the historic 230th anniversary of the first balloon ascension here in the U.S. And of course, there's no better place to celebrate this historic moment than right here in New Mexico, because you know why? We host the largest ballooning event in the world each year with Balloon Fiesta. We are joined this morning by historian Rafi Andonian, our good friend, to dive into the history of Balloon Ascension Day and its connection to the land of enchantment. Rafi, always great to have you with us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
What a wonderful time on the anniversary of the first balloon flight in the U.S.
Yeah, and you were giving me a little history here. So the first one in the world was in France, and then the first one here was in Philly, right?
That's right. So first one in the world in 1783. Funny enough, the same year that the United States officially gained its independence and treaty, but it's in France. And the Frenchman who does that balloon flight, at first he puts animals in it because he doesn't want to get caught in it, right? Because the first time you don't know what's going on. But then when he goes up in it, they go up a few hundred feet for several minutes, the first flight. What's interesting, though, is the French balloonist who did that, the poor guy eventually did get killed in a balloon accident at age 31 trying to cross the English Channel. Now, another Frenchman who successfully crossed the English Channel came to the U.S., as you point out, and in 1793 in Philadelphia, does, with a crowd around, does the first ascension today on January 9th, 230 years ago.
Wow.
Does it today on 230 years ago. And in that process, of course, now we have the first ascension in the United States. Now, ballooning is a tough thing back then, man, because even he himself, 15 years later, when he's doing ballooning, he has a heart attack, falls off the balloon basket, gets killed. His widow, 10 years after that, is doing ballooning, and her balloon catches fire, and she gets killed in a ballooning accident too. So it's a rough thing in the early days to do ballooning.
Yeah. And, you know, thank God for those pioneers, because they were able to start the innovation to take flight via balloon and hot air balloon. And it's amazing where we have come from. Now, obviously, what we are used to seeing these days, nowhere near what they were back then, right?
Absolutely, and you've been seeing some images of some really ornate balloons. Now, there was no photography in the 1780s and 90s, but you have these portrayals and images because it's such a big moment, journals that were being kept, and they're very ornate. But later on, and there's a photo as well that you've been seeing, the photo is from the American Civil War. In the American Civil War in the 1860s, by when you do have photography, early photography, that's what early ballooning use is for. It's either for science or for military. Remember, you don't have airplanes. So you can't, in a war, take a plane and fly over somewhere, right? So what you do with the balloon is you rise up. You're not going to fly over a battle, but you're going to rise up a few hundred feet. Remember, in battle, a lot of times you're trying to get the high ground so you could see what the other side is doing, where their soldiers are moving. That's exactly what the balloon was trying to do. So the balloon would go up, and now you have reconnaissance, looking at the opponent's soldiers and their cannon, where they're placing, and that reconnaissance then helps you do your plans and your maneuvering. That's what's going on in the early years, well before you have flights. It's only later that recreational ballooning comes into play.
And what's kind of amazing about that, like when you say, you know, excuse me, doing some recon, I mean, it's kind of like, hey, what's that guy doing up there? Is he looking at us? Are they, you know, they're trying to get the better of us?
That's right.
It's a little obvious back in that day. But when did ballooning really become a recreational sport?
Well, a little more than 100 years ago. In the early 1900s is when you have recreational sport coming around. Like you have, for example, a World Balloon Championship that happens. The Belgians win, keep the trophy for a while. But it doesn't really take off. It's seen as kind of this small, elite, rich man sport. So it's happening, but it's not really a huge thing. It gets killed off by the time World War II comes off. It falls apart. But after World War II, as you know, a lot of industrial advancement happens during World War II. Well, as a result, part of what you have is better materials for the balloons and the propane tank that's able to be used in the balloon now, which then allows it to be more widespread and more recreational use. That's when you start to have that. Is post-World War II. By the 1960s or so is when you have more and more, it starts to proliferate. So it's really kind of a relatively recent thing in recent decades. Even though ballooning has been around for centuries, it's more recent that we had the recreational, and there are still benchmarks being hit. For example, it's not till 1999, not that long ago, that you had the first balloon flight around the world, going almost 30,000 miles.
Yeah, we have come a long way in a relatively short time in terms of history. And of course, to have 50 years of commemorating that here in New Mexico with the Balloon Fiesta.
And we don't want to end up like the first guys, right? Look at my balloon guy over there.
Yeah.
Poor guy, that commemorates the fact that they crashed. We don't want to end up on the ground like that.
No, not at all. But again, it's a great way that we recognize and honor those who came before, many of the pioneers for today, to make ballooning what it is. Rafi, where can we find more information?
You can find more with celebrityhistorian.com for my information. And you can go to, of course, the best place, I think, for locally is the Balloon Fiesta website. That's where I would go.
There you go, and the museum. All right. Rafi Andonian, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep. We'll be right back.